welcome into Pencak Sports Network. Tonight we have a WPIAL Class 5A Section 2 matchup between the Kiski Area Cavaliers and the Greensburg Salem Golden Lions. Tonight the Cavaliers enter at 8-7, 2-5 in section play, while Greensburg Salem 7-9, 2-6 in section play. My name is Nathan Pencak. Alongside me, Cohen Fritch. What do you think about this one?
Well, I definitely state my remarks, but it looks like we're about to have the national anthem start playing. So we're going to let the national anthem run.
Yeah.
And down to Mark Flum for opening remarks.
Between the Greensburg Salem Golden Lions and your Kiski Area Cavaliers. Before we introduce tonight's starting lineups, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So our opening remarks are finished. Resume the thoughts.
So definitely, I think this is going to be a better game than the first time, right? So section play, you see them twice, right? Kiski at Greensburg Salem were able to pull out the win 65-51. But if I'm looking here, Greensburg Salem just on, what was that? Just on Tuesday, beat McKeesport, which Kiski lost to McKeesport. So I think definitely going to be an interesting matchup tonight. Some players to watch as always. Jada Blanchek, Gianna DeVito. No one can really stop them. I mean, yeah, they get stopped from time to time.
Yeah.
But they are just honestly running through teams as they are averaging a combined, I'm going to say around 28.1 points a game, around 28 apiece. Wait, no. 48. 48 apiece.
All right, and so we are ready for tip-off. Greensburg in the yellow, Kiski in the white. Vito starts with possession. She takes it to the, no, she doesn't. Over to Blanchek. Baseline jumper is good.
Again, Blanchek with the baseline jumper. That's her bread and butter right there.
Yeah.
Time and time again, we just see her go with that baseline.
And speaking of Blanchek, she gets the intercepted pass there for Kiski. And so another offensive shift by Kiski early. And so Strelick in the starting lineup tonight passes that over to DeVito. DeVito to Pencak. Pencak to Strelick. Strelick back to Blanchek. Blanchek over to Hynek, now on the left side of the floor. She takes the dribble, stops, passes that to DeVito. DeVito goes in, puts up the layup, that is no good, and Javicki with the rebound for Greensburg Salem. And she passes that over to Heasley. Heasley to Dinkle. Dinkle to Redinger. Redinger to Heasley. And we're just under 7 minutes here in this first quarter. This is the first offensive push here by Greensburg Salem. Dinkle's shot is blocked by DeVito. Wow.
Great play design there by Coach Klimchak.
Yeah.
I want to say it's how you say that. Klimchak?
Klimchak.
Klimchak? I don't know.
DeVito at the foul line takes the shot, and that is good. And so Greensburg Salem will get another offensive possession here, needing a basket. Get on the board. Blanchek picks that pass off, and Coach Brush gets a timeout in time.
There, you could even have possibly called a push there on Javicki. I mean, she definitely had a hand or two on Blanchek, but we have 6:10 remaining here in the first. Your current score 4-0 Kiski Area. 30-second timeout here, so we'll stay with you. So definitely, Nate. If I don't know if I've just mentioned already, but Greensburg Salem.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if she pushed her here. It looks like DeVito hit her arm for Javicki. Just look at Javicki. There was no contact.
It looks like no contact, but it definitely looked like she was leaning into her from our angle, of course. So why we have the instant replay up here. But definitely, Greensburg Salem has a couple of players to watch, right? Sophomore Vienna Javicki, the 6-foot sophomore, actually. She's breaking 6. And then Sophie Becker, both, Javicki had 17, Becker had 16 in their loss to Kiski Area. So definitely the two scorers of the Greensburg Salem team.
And as we speak of that, Greensburg Salem will lose possession. That was off of Dinkle. And we have a whistle. We have out of bounds. We can't see that line, so.
That's the invisible line.
Yeah, I don't know where the line's at. I know it's there. Can't see it though. And so Redinger to that is Heasley. Heasley to Dinkle. Dinkle into Javicki, looking to make a shot. No good. Not no good. Pass that to Redinger. Her shot is no good. And so Hynek will bring it down the floor. DeVito goes to the floor too in that jumble. DeVito on the Cavaliers logo. 6 minutes, under 6 minutes to play. DeVito loses possession. Blanchek picks it up. The shot is no good.
It's going to stay Kiski possession.
And so Pencak looks to pass it in, gets that out to DeVito. DeVito loses it again.
Gonna get a foul this time.
It did look like a foul to me.
So we're gonna get a push there on Vienna Javicki. Definitely, like we said, one of the better players of this Greensburg Salem team. She's a paint demon, right?
And DeVito with
That was Balanchak.
He just said Gianna Balanchak. So, all right, continue. Where you were going with that? Got interrupted.
So DeVito picks up her first foul of the night, it looks like, as we'll resume play-by-play action.
And so Redinger down the floor, gets that to Javicki. Javicki loses it, and right to DeVito.
Looks for Becker leg right into DeVito's hands, but Javicki now able to get a strip.
And it'll be a foul on DeVito there.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely some contact by DeVito. She did push Javicki football style there. So it looks like we're going to have our first substitution of the night. DeVito's going to exit the game with 2 fouls recently. So we're going to have sophomore Lasia Bell enter. She has definitely been an impact player off the bench for the Cavaliers thus far.
The Bells were absent with the loss to Indiana, so
they were busy winning a 16U national medal or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It
was something. It was like MLK Day opening tournament or something like that. They won gold though in the gold bracket, so congratulations to the Bell twins and Sky Elite.
And
Balanchak's down.
She does get up. It looks like she took, I'm going to say, a finger to the face, maybe to the eye.
Maybe to the eye. She took a shot there for sure. As if we look here on the replay, nice pump fake there by Balanchak. Went up. Maybe just got poked in the eye, maybe in the nose.
And I'm going to say she will probably stay in the game, but
yeah, definitely someone you need if you're Kiski, right?
Yeah.
Balanchak's a great player. Only a junior. We're gonna see another year of her around here.
And so 8-0. So Greensburg Salem still scoreless. Last game, the final score, I think it was a 10 or 15 point deficit, but during that game, Kiski had up to, I think, a 25-point lead, so it was definitely
it was. Game ended in a 14-point win for Kiski, but you put in some subs, you keep starters in. That's what happens in basketball.
Yep. And Pencak falls on it, gets that to Balanchak, and we have over and back.
We have an over and back.
That was really late.
That was a very late call, first of all, but I don't know how you're going to consider that an over and back when literally half of her body was on the other side of the floor.
The ball was actually on the left side of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Brush, I think, has every right to be confused with that call, but you gotta let it play on. Ref's discretion.
It was also the ref in the corner too. That's the best part. Javicki across the baseline. That shot is no good and no foul.
It's gonna be blocked by Balanchak, it looks like.
Hynak now down the floor, takes a long jumper, no good. And that's Becker leg with the rebound. Dinkle down the floor. Over to Redinger. Redinger to Heasley for 3. No good. That ball goes out. Kiski takes it over.
I gotta give it to Heasley. She has a very weird jump shot.
Yeah.
It's almost like she's kind of like throwing the ball backward. It's an interesting jump shot to say the least.
It was short, or too far left. Can't really tell from this angle. And so Hynak to Strelick, and Strelick will kind of center the ball there. Are we having issues holding the ball? Because there's been a lot of slip-ups.
A lot of slipping.
Yeah. Balanchak for 3, no good.
Balanchak was really hot from that 3-point line against Armstrong past Thursday, so maybe she found the rhythm behind the.
And that'll be a banked long 2.
It's gonna be Javicki for 2.
Yeah, I mean that was an interesting shot.
That's another interesting jump shot from Greensburg Salem.
And Hynak, just barely tall enough to get it. Falls down. Pencak picks it up and gets that to Strelick. And Strelick will go to Hynak. 3:10-ish to play here in this first quarter. Bell to Pencak for 3. No good off the side of the iron. And that is Heasley will bring it down the floor for Greensburg Salem. Draws the foul.
It's gonna be a block there on Pencak. As it looks like we're gonna have some subs coming in. I see Ariana Bell coming in at the table there. Not sure who it's gonna be for Greensburg Salem. Definitely, it was a good move by Heasley to draw the contact, get the foul. Pencak's feet weren't set.
Cheerleaders called that one, right?
They sure did. As it looks like we're gonna have, it's gonna be Beckerleg exiting, and coming in is going to be Kiana Grace. Kiana. I'm gonna say Kiana.
Yeah. Kiana Grace. That's new.
So Heasley will hit her second, and she will then exit for Maria Dinkle. I'm gonna guess Bella Dinkle, Maria Dinkle. I'm gonna guess there is some sort of relation there, if not sisters, cousins of some sort.
I mean, is she a freshman? Yeah, so she looks very small.
I mean, yeah, she's listed at 5'3", second shortest girl on the team outside of Autumn DeMatti, who's listed at 5 foot flat.
One. Where's one at? One.
Don't even. I do see her on the bench. She was trying on the mask earlier.
Oh yeah, one. Okay, all right. She looks taller than 5 foot, but okay. Just sitting.
Maybe not though. We're up here though. It's kind of hard to notice that.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Pencak to Pencak. Pump fake 3 to Strelick. Strelick to Pencak in the corner for 3. Got it.
As Pencak, she's really developing that outside jumper.
I'd say Kiski plays a lot outside before they drive in, so nice to get the outside shot quality. Javicki's shot is no good, and Bell bring it down the floor, gets that to Pencak. Pencak drives in. The layup.
Definitely some contact there, but Pencak still puts it in.
And she's pretty much carrying the whole.
Yeah, so first girl tonight to enter double digits for the Cavaliers and in the game. She is 11.
And that will go out. That was number 4, Grace and Bell, let's say. Who was going after her? Was it Bell or Pencak?
It was Bell and Pencak. As now we're going to have another substitution as Bella Dinkle will exit. Maya Heasley will re-enter.
And so that is Redinger. Passes that out to Javicki for 3. That is short. And Dinkle, Maria Dinkle with the rebound, gets that to Javicki. Javicki looks to take it in. She slides. And she is down. The foul is on Pencak. And so I don't know.
I don't know if she knows where she's at right now.
Yeah, no,
I think she just hurt her knees a little bit. As Pencak's going to exit, Horsacek's going to come in. Earlier, I believe Ariana Bell came in for, I think that was Sydney Hynak.
I think that's accurate. Redinger needs to get it out. They're going to run out of time. Gets that to Heasley. Does not connect. Saves it. Controversial, but and that's going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, Strelick and Beckerleg got caught up there. As when Javicki exited, it looks like Beckerleg returned to the game. As now Dinkle gonna leave, a Dinkle will enter.
Yeah, you don't usually see siblings like that play together. Usually it's like one is usually an upperclassman, the other's a lowerclassman.
Yeah, but they're gonna be playing together probably one day.
Yeah. And that goes into Dinkle. Tried to get that to Grace. She gets it, but barely. Redinger. That's over to Heasley. And easily. Try to get out to Dinkle. Strellick takes it over. And so
She almost made Heasley fall.
yeah. Yeah, the crowd
Bench got excited for that one.
bench got it. Bell drives in. Shot is up. That is a foul. And it'll be 2. Javicki looks to re-enter, so clearly just
Injury's not that harsh, I guess.
yeah. I mean, she does have the knee braces on, so she's probably had issues before.
Yeah, you almost have to figure. She hit that floor hard.
Very hard. Yeah, I thought it was something more with her like upper body, her face, but
Yeah, it was not.
it was not.
As it looks like we're gonna have Kiana Grace exit. So we're gonna have Grace exit. Javicki's gonna re-enter.
Bell makes the second shot, misses the first. And so Redinger, Bell applying pressure.
Both Bells applied pressure.
Yeah, sure. Dinkle under the hoop, that is no good. Becking leg, no good, that is blocked. And we have a foul.
And they're gonna call a hold on Horsachek, it looks like.
And so that'll send Kiski into the, that'll send Greensburg Salem into the bonus. But I don't see them getting shots off. Well, they will here, but I don't think they're getting shots off after this because there's 48 seconds remaining, 49. Yeah. Misses the first shot.
As now we're gonna have Kaylee Peace. As Peace will enter the game, Redinger will exit once again. Greensburg Salem very they're subbing a lot tonight. More than I believe the first time Kiski played them.
Yeah. And so we got about 40 seconds. Greensburg Salem could use a basket here. And we have another foul, and so that'll send Becker Leg to the line again.
I won't lie, that was a bit of a flop there by Beckerleg, an over-exaggeration definitely, but it got the call.
It got the call.
So you got to give it to Beckerleg, because if you look on the replay, I mean, yeah, Horsachek did definitely push into her, but Beckerleg over-dramatized that definitely, as she'll make the first.
One of my favorite fouls in the game is they'll actually call flaw fouls.
Oh yeah, those.
I love.
That's when you know you're trying too much.
Yeah. And it'll be a jump ball. It's been a very
physical first
yes.
quarter.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
As we're gonna have Maddie Steele now, the freshman, come in for Beckerleg once again.
Greensburg's also a very young team.
Yeah, I see one senior. Two? Three? Yeah, I do see 3.
Bell down the floor, 30 seconds. And we have double dribble. So
Double dribble, but the call kind of saved Bell there.
It's because Javicki was...
Javicki was wide open on the fast break as Beckerleg comes running back to the table. She's going to bring Maddie Steele back out of the game. So that was definitely a, get her out of the game for a second, kind of cool her off.
All right, and so Javicki gets that weight over to Dinkle, to Beckerleg, under the hoop, no good. Valanchek rebound and a travel.
So, got to give it to Dinkle. Early in this game, I mean, she's been shooting well, but she's finding the open areas of the court. She's playing well right now, considering the score for Greensburg Salem. Doesn't even have a point on the scoreboard. She's been overall, she's finding the open floor. She's being a point guard right now. I don't even think she's their point guard.
She's listed on the roster as a guard.
As again, Beckerleg is going to exit. Steele's going to come in.
And that was looking for Bell. It is saved in the corner. Okay, Strellick, 15 seconds.
Valanchek was wide open down in the paint. Strellick just didn't see her.
Bell, sorry, to Valanchek. Pencak takes the jumper. It's too long. The ball goes out off of the ref there.
It hit the ref last, but I think before it hit the ref, I think Alasia Bell last came in contact with it.
And so that'll about do it for the first quarter. I don't see anything happening.
Yeah, we got a second left here. So they're going to run a nice little play. She's going to just kind of chuck that. Hit the buzzer! Okay, off the backboard. But we are at the end of one. Currently, Kiski holding the 10-point lead. Pencak leading the way. She has 11 points. Your score, 14-4. Kiski Area leads.
And so welcome back here. Second quarter action is just a few moments away. 14-4. Thanks for tuning in to Pencak Sports Network tonight. And following this, we got the boys varsity game. The tip is scheduled for 7. Hampton, the Talbots, look to take on Kiski here. And
That definitely will be a good one.
yeah, that's going to be interesting. That'll kind of decides Kiski's future.
Decides their fate, but we will definitely get into that before the Hampton-Kiski game as we return to the action on the floor.
So Heasley to Redinger. Already burned 20 seconds. That goes to Dinkle. Dinkle to Heasley. Heasley back to Dinkle.
Kiski running that 3-2 zone here.
And look to get into Javicki. Pencak takes it over. She'll bring it down the floor. And a double dribble.
Double dribble, yeah.
Very sloppy, very physical
Game, yeah. So thus far from both teams. As it looks like we're going to have another Dinkle to Dinkle transition.
I imagine that's a common trend throughout the night.
Yeah. Which I would, if I were Bella Dinkle, I wouldn't be real happy about that.
No, I won't either.
Like, you could take me out, yeah, but really my sister every time?
And so Redinger, jump stop, shot is no good, and Pencak with another rebound. She's been racking them up tonight.
She's been racking up boards. She's racking up points for sure.
Bell drives in. Layup is over the hoop. Alasia Bell with the rebound. That is over Pencak's head, and that'll just roll out. You know, that doesn't usually happen over Pencak with her height.
It doesn't happen either. Just down there when they were in that 3-2 zone, I mean, she just rose up like a tight end. Just caught it with one arm. I mean, very talented basketball player to say the least.
And so now Javicki looking to do something with it. Gets that to Redinger to Heasley. Heasley's pass to Redinger is tipped by Hynak. Heasley does get it. Long three.
She
It's
drains
good.
it.
Oh my,
That's a big time shot there for Greensburg Salem.
and now Bell, that's taken over by Maria Dinkle. She might have this. Stops, and no good. That was almost like slow-mo there.
Yeah.
No one approached it.
She stopped, and I mean, Pencak and the Vita both went right by her.
Pencak long two is good. And we have a timeout by Coach Pencak.
Pencak looks very frustrated right now, but with that, we're going to go to a break here. Score 16-7, Cavaliers lead.
right, and so we are back out of the timeout. Coach Clemshaw forced to take it there. His team was starting to get behind, and they do have possession. And the music has not stopped. That's a little awkward there.
Referee looked up to us. Mr. Referee, we do not stop the music.
Yeah, we do.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hynak to Blanchek. Blanchek back to Hynak. 5:35 remaining. Hynak to Bell. Bell to DeVito. DeVito back to Strelick. Strelick to Hynak. Passing it across the arc. Strelick drives in slightly there, but backs out. Gets that to Hynak. Back to Strelick. Back to DeVito. It's just one big happy circle they pass it.
Yeah, they're just gonna go around the world.
Yeah.
Now finally they're gonna run some sort of offense.
Hynak looks to get that. It gets that to DeVito. DeVito down to Strelick near the baseline, and then it goes back out to DeVito to Hynak for three. No good, and that is Redinger with the rebound. So all that for a missed three. That is
Kiski, when opposing teams switch defensive formations or defensive strategies on them, as that ball goes flying out of bounds. Almost as if they don't adjust very easily.
No,
they play really well against one thing. It's against man, and then outside of that, they do not play well at all. As Greensburg Salem switched to a 3-2 zone there. As we're gonna have another timeout here, 4:36 remaining here in the second quarter. Your score 16-7. Cavaliers still with the lead.
And so we are back out of the quick little 30-second timeout by Coach Brush. He looks like he drew up a offensive play, if I had to guess there.
Yeah, you got to do something to break this 3-2 zone. I mean, you have Javicki down there, down low in the paint, the 6-foot center forward with, she definitely has a long wingspan, so you got to figure something out.
DeVito drives in. Shot is no good. That rebound is by Grace. And we have a foul.
That's going to be DeVito's third. Oh, no, it's going to be on Bell.
45, yeah.
So that will be Bell's first foul tonight.
That's better for Kiski. You do not need DeVito having three within the first...
In the first 12 minutes?
12 minutes. 12 minutes. Javicki in the paint. Out to Becker leg. Puts up another kind of weird shot there. It's no good.
Been a lot of just bad shot selection tonight from Greensburg Salem. A lot of off-balanced shots.
Yeah, it also just looks sloppy. And
both teams look sloppy. Your score 16-7 right now.
Greensburg Salem foul, 24. Iowa, easily. Left line for the Cavaliers.
So I guess that was going to be a shooting foul, as Blanchek's going to go to the line for two. She'll make the first. It kind of looks like a clean block there from Javicki. I don't really know what the referee saw down there.
Referees have been...
they've been a little questionable tonight, but Blanchek will make both. So your score now 18-17. Blanchek has 15 of the Cavaliers 18.
And so that foul is going to be on Hynak. That was a push on Grace. Hynak was getting a little invasive there. I mean, she was starting to push a little too hard, and it drew the foul. And so that goes out to Dinkle.
That's right. After the foul, Hynak will exit. Ali Pencak will return, I think, for the first time in the second quarter.
And Becker shot is blocked by Bell. DeVito will bring it down the floor. DeVito, nice layup is no good. Rebound by Grace. That goes out to Heasley. She'll bring it down.
Balanchek's doing a great job of keeping her cool.
And that shot is no good. It'll be a foul. It'll be a foul on Kiski Area. It'll go number 45. That is Bell. And that'll be her second foul of the evening.
So while Becker Lake shooting, I definitely saw an interesting move there pulled by Becker Lake. If we go back a couple of minutes in the instant replay, as she took a shot, she, I think, drug Balanchek down with her. If you...
Yeah, I'd agree with that for sure. Definitely.
Definitely something you got to watch out for if you're the referee tonight, as I believe Becker Lake made both shots. So you're just one.
Second one. I saw her miss the first one, and then I watched it. Okay. And we have a travel by Bell. I don't know. Did she pick up the
travel by? Coach Brush is very upset about that. I'm gonna agree with him.
I would
be
agree
upset
with
too.
him 100%.
You don't want your girls traveling. I mean, you're up 10, but this has been a very poor game so far by both teams.
Oh, very honest.
Yeah, she traveled.
Yep. And so that goes back to Dinkle. Dinkle over to Heasley for 3. No good off the front of the iron. Redinger with the rebound under the hoop. That falls right into Pencak's hands. It'll stay Greensburg Salem.
Nothing much Pencak can do there. Just wrong place, wrong time.
Heasley 1 for 2 in the second quarter at the arch. And she chucks up another field goal. That is good. That was like a moving.
So Heasley has 7 now, so that will probably make her the leading scorer for this Golden Lions team.
And that goes over to Strelick. Strelick to Balanchek. 2:08 to play. DeVito to Pencak in the corner. Thought about the 3, did not take it. Bell takes the 3. That is no good.
A little bit off to the right and hit the back rim.
And a little short. A little low. Could have parked that up a little bit more. Redinger over to Heasley for another long 3. No good. Not afraid to shoot at all.
Definitely not afraid to shoot.
Javicki's follow-up no good. And that goes out to Bell. Bell, that shot is interesting. And so Javicki will take control of it for Greensburg. That goes way over to Dinkle on the right side of the floor. Over to Redinger. Redinger back to Dinkle. Dinkle over to Heasley. Heasley thought about the 3. Balanchek came flying in, takes a 3 from a little bit over left. No good. Dinkle's 2.
Will fall.
Good, and she will actually fall on her arm. Leg.
I think she's cramping.
Bananas and Gatorade.
Pickle juice.
Pickle juice, that works too.
Mustard?
Mustard. I recommend bananas.
Not even trying to say the meme. Mustard.
Bananas are the most, like, out of the 3 things we just named, the most
Oh, for sure. You definitely want to have a banana.
most, like, the easiest thing to eat. Probably the most, like, I'm not eating, pickle juice is just straight out the jar.
I mean, you could.
Did you do that for football?
No.
Yeah.
I never cramped for football. I would just drink a lot of water, to be honest.
I mean, that's the easiest way.
Yeah.
And so we're under 60 seconds to play. Strelick to Bell. Bell, you better keep that foot down this time. Over to Pencak. Pencak to Strelick. Strelick way over to Pencak on the other side of the floor. She goes near the baseline, out to Balanchek, or not really out to Balanchek, but to Balanchek. To Strelick, 36 seconds to play. Bell to DeVito. DeVito over to Strelick. Strelick to Bell. Bell gets stopped there. Strelick wide open 3. No good. Pencak rebound. That is good. And so that's the first field goal from her on the night. I want to say the first field goal
For Kiski in a while?
In a while, and I
Yeah.
think it's been Pencak's first field goal in a game, I think. I don't think she scored against Indiana.
I don't believe she scored either.
But I may be wrong.
Oh, well, there was only 3 scores in that Indiana game. DeVito had 14, Belanchek had 12, and then Horchacek had 2. Javicki's shot's going to fall at the buzzer, and that will send us to halftime in a very physical, sloppy game thus far. We're going to go in the halftime. Your score, 20-14, Kiski Area with the 6-point lead.
All right, and so welcome back after halftime. Our score, 20-14, the Cavaliers lead it. And tonight has been an interesting one, to say the least.
For sure. I mean, so you're going to enter the second half. Score's going to be 20-14. So I'm going to say story of tonight's game has been Jada Belanchek, right? 15 out of Kiski Area's 20 right now. She's having a great game. Heasley and Javicki of Greensburg Salem combined for 10 of Greensburg Salem's 14. It's been a rough and sloppy game from both teams so far. Greensburg Salem a little bit more than Kiski, but Kiski's starting to get there.
So the lineup for Greensburg Salem in the second half is Dinkle on the bench with her sister Maria Dinkle on the floor.
Yes, so we're going to start out here. We're going to have Olivia Strelick holding at the Cavalier logo as she'll give it over to Hynak. She'll pass it over to Pencak, who will give it back to Strelick. It looks like they're just going to play a little passing game, a little game of catch.
We have a little energy in the Greensburg's bench. Got the D up going.
Yeah. As we'll have Hynak into Strelick, back to Hynak, because they're just going to pass it around for a little bit here, it looks like. It's not Pencak has the ball. I don't know what... I don't know if this is a man or if it's a form of zone, as Heasley's just kind of chilling down there in the paint as she's manning up on Belanchek. But we have almost had a minute into this third quarter. They have not moved the ball past the volleyball line. As now they'll get it to DeVito, and when the ball's in DeVito's hands, something is bound to happen as she's going to go up, hit it off the side of the backboard. Saved by Heasley to Javicki, and the Lions are off and running, and she'll once again fall as they're going to give some contact there to Belanchek.
I like the defense they had going there.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it was like a mixture of everything.
It was a little bit of a mixture of a zone, but then you were on man. Looks like you were doubling DeVito. You were manned up on Belanchek down in the paint, making sure she didn't get up to the top of the key.
That was custom drawn at half.
Oh, definitely.
Custom right there.
As now Redinger going to get it over to Becker Leg. Back to Heasley as Heasley just has 1 3 tonight. She's calling off the screen there. Calls off Redinger. She'll give it to her. To Javicki. Javicki looked for the 3 and is going to get called off, and there is going to be a travel called on Javicki.
And we have a surge of fans coming into the game. I'm thinking this is Hampton fans, Kiski fans. I don't know.
So we're going to have Strelick again. She'll give it over to Belanchek. Belanchek gets it to DeVito, to Strelick. If Strelick looks in a corner, Pencak wide open for 3, and she'll hit it.
That was nice. That was nice. Not what Greensburg wanted, but...
Definitely not. They let Pencak way too open in the corner. That is her shot. The 3-point shot is her gig. Is Javicki going to drive in? Nice pass on the Becker leg. Up and in. So Strelick going to walk this one up the floor. Gives it off to DeVito. DeVito with the ball getting guarded there by Dinkle. Over to Pencak. Back to DeVito. The offense now being ran. Strelick over to Belanchek. To DeVito's who Hynak is they're just going to kind of toss it around. It's Pencak to DeVito. The pivot step 2 again. A wide open Strelick in the corner for 3. And that will hit off the back rim. Rebounded by Javicki. And Strelick's going to get called for a push. I don't necessarily agree with that. Yeah. But there was no contact there. And I mean, Strelick's just going for the ball. You can't really call a foul on someone going for the ball. You can, but, you know, some events have to occur to where the call is valid. I just don't think that was one of those times. But again, ref's discretion as Heasley going to bring it down the floor. She's going to drive in. So that's going to get tipped by DeVito there.
We are yet to see Dinkle since that ankle injury in the second half. So
Second quarter.
Second quarter. I said second. Second
Yes.
quarter.
So we're going to get that out the Becker leg really quickly. It's going to be rebounded by DeVito. It's going to get fumbled around. Javicki Pencak had her hands on it last, it looked like. As that's going to stay Greensburg Salem possession. As Greensburg Salem starting to climb back into this game. So Heasley going to dribble it out, trying to get some bag work in on Strelick. She's going to take a deep three, and she'll bang it in.
That is
Very ugly jump shot, but it works. If it ain't,
it's worked multiple times tonight.
Yeah.
Too, so
if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
yeah,
right? As again, Pencak for threes. That's going to hit off the back iron, roll over into the hands of Strelick, who's going to get it to Hynak. Back to Strelick in the corner, who's going to get back to Hynak. Back to Belanchek. Belanchek tried to pass it down low into DeVito, and that's going to stay Kiski possession.
At the next break, I have a little topic we're going to bring up here.
Okay. As Belanchek is going to get the ball off the inbound from DeVito, she's going to go up, catch the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Heasley going to get charged there with the foul. So Belanchek will hit her first.
The stadium, arena, whatever you want to call it, starting to fill up.
Yeah, it's currently time here, 6:24 as Belanchek hits her second. But here, Heasley going to bring it down the floor. Guarded by Strelick, as once again, Heasley trying to get some bag work in on Strelick. She tried to pass it in down low to Javicki. DeVito gets it to Belanchek. Belanchek going to drive in. Going to get fouled there by Dinkle, it looks like. So let's get to... So we're going to get a block there called on Maria Dinkle, as now the Bell Twins going to re-enter here for the Cavaliers for Sydney Hynak and Allie Pencak, respectively.
Yeah.
So Ariana Bell going to inbound this one. Going to get it to Strelick. As now Strelick took for the three, no use. Back to DeVito is down low to Bell. As that's going to be Greensburg Salem possession. They're going to say it hit off a Bell last, which I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that 100%. I like that call. And Heasley, it's just kind of slowing it down here.
Yeah, so Heasley's going to give it to Dinkle. The freshman here going to carry it down, and she's going to get it to Redinger. So now Redinger gets it to Heasley, wide open for three, and that's going to be short off the front iron. Javicki hits the ground again, but now Belanchek off to the races. Will she go all the way? No! Dinkle going to punch it out, and that will stay Kiski possession with Coach Tom Brush quite angry about that one.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to give props to Dinkle there with the punch out. I mean, that saved.
Yeah, the smaller player hustling down is Alicia Bell off the shot. Rebounded by DeVito. Ariana Bell was down on the floor in her way. So that will miss, and Heasley going to bring the ball back down for Greensburg Salem. Is Greensburg Salem mounting a bit of a comeback here early?
Still such a low-scoring game.
Yeah, as Heasley for another three. So that's going to make this game a three-point game.
Those might be the luckiest threes I've seen in a while.
Her jump shot is quite ugly to watch.
It's very inconsistent,
but it works
too.
Yes. So after the action,
so we all know Coach Shaw is leaving the Kiski to go coach at Toronto in the CFL.
yes.
Now the new hiring, there's been two new hirings. The first one, we'll get volleyball out of the way, is Joel Miller. He was unanimously voted by the school board, so he'll take over the volleyball program. But the main one I'm concerned about is Braden Timmons taking over at Kiski.
Yeah, so we got Coach Timmons, been on the staff here for a couple years now. He came on in my junior year. So I'm a senior now. This was his second year on the staff. This is going to be his third year. Promoted to head coach. Definitely think that he's definitely going to rise to the occasion, I think. It's going to be a rocky road to start off, as always.
Yeah.
But Coach Hall built the foundation and just kind of gave it down to Timmons. I mean, didn't really give it down. He had to go for the whole process and all that. But
He will be the youngest active head coach in the Whitfield.
so I second that. I saw some people on Instagram arguing that it's the coach from Southmoreland, saying that he's like 25. Timmons is currently 27.
Well, I've seen that. But is he still coaching there, or is he? I thought he left. I thought I saw something he was
I have
moving
no
to another
idea.
School.
Southmoreland is so far out from here.
I know. But
So we're going to go back to the action now as your score 25-22 to 18 left in the third quarter. As that's going to go right through Redinger's legs. Bell's just going to let that fall out. All right. So Charlotte going to bring the ball down here for the Cavaliers once again. Bell now going to get it to Horchacek, who must have re-entered at the timeout. Bell going to look to drive in. Gets it out to Horchacek, back to Bell. So Strelick now with the ball. They're just passing the ball. This has been a very boring third quarter.
yeah, I'd agree with that.
As they can't figure out a way to break this 3-2 that turns into a 2-3 zone, it looks like here early, as DeVito once again just holding the ball. Man, I wish there was a shot clock in Blend right about now. But,
It'd make it this interesting.
yeah. Bell with the ball. She's going to give it to Strelick, back to Bell, back to Strelick, back to Bell. So let's just play a game of catch around the world.
I mean, they could hold this until the end if they really want.
Which I think is what they might do.
They're not looking for a shot. I mean,
No. And the veto going to get called for 5. And that is going to be a huge momentum swing here for Greensburg Salem.
Was that really 5 seconds?
It was. Now, it's 5 seconds once you put the ball down on the floor. Right? No, so referee started counting 5, only 4 to veto, it looks like. As they're going to get it down low to Javicki. Some bag work. Nice move on Bell, but it's just going to rim out there.
Got to make the layups.
Got to.
Make the layups.
So back down the floor, Bell going to get DeVito, going to give it to Bell. Going to swing it to the corner to Strelick. Is now Gianna DeVito trying to drive in. No use, gets it back out to Strelick to Bell. Bell looking to drive in now. She's going to go up and will get the foul calls. I believe that's going to be on Javicki.
I don't know about that.
So they're going to give the foul to Javicki. It's going to be a block.
Yeah, I mean, I have mixed feelings about that foul, not gonna lie. Vicky was pretty straight up there.
And more missed free throws, as it looks like Beckerleg. Yeah, Beckerleg's going to re-enter the game here for Grace. So they have Beckerleg re-entering the game now, as Bell will make the second. That's up and good.
Barely. Bounced in. Bounced in. Gotta make
Hey, went in either way, right? But Keesley going to bring this ball back down for Greensburg Salem. She's going to drive in the wide open lane, puts it up off the backboard, no good. People are on the floor. The veto, then Javicki, then Oriana Bell. Keesley looked for it, no use, is now Horchacek to Strelick. And that is going to end this very uneventful third quarter. Your score, 26-22, Cavaliers lead. But with that being said, I think we're in for a very exciting fourth quarter. So we will be right back after the break.
right, and so we are back after 3 quarters. Your score 26-22, so a very low scoring, very close. I think this will be good. This fourth quarter again will be good. I wonder if we'll see more attendance tonight after that assembly.
From students?
Yeah.
God, I hope.
If it intrigues them to come.
That is the big thing about playing at Kiski that I feel like a lot of kids that play here always talk about is that student section. Javicki's going to get called for the travel, but back to what I was saying, that student section make or breaks some games. You know, the boys team is a momentum team. They run and gun style of play. That student section helps them with the momentum.
And there hasn't really been.
This year, no, is Bell to a wide open DeVito down low. DeVito just ran the baseline there, puts it up and in. So going to extend the lead for the Cavaliers now to 6 as Heasley going to bring this ball back down the floor. Heasley being guarded by DeVito, going to get it up to Dinkle. Dinkle looking to drive in, gets it back out to Javicki, looks for the 3 once again. Now that pivot foot, you got to watch it there if you're Javicki. Gets it to Beckerleg. Beckerleg, an interesting shot. It's going to hit off. Almost fell in. No use. Back out to Heasley for 3 off the front rim. Rebounded by Ariana Bell, who's going to get it to Jada Balanchek, and she's out in the open floor. Balanchek for the layup. Going to fall in.
Kiski, they're showing dominance early here in this fourth, which...
That's good for Kiski.
Yeah. I mean,
so Balanchek now has 19 out of Kiski's 30 tonight as Heasley brought the ball down for Greensburg Salem. Who then got it to Redinger, then to Beckerleg, then who will get it to Dinkle. Back out to Javicki. Javicki getting some bag working on Balanchek. She's going to go up and get fouled. So that's going to be who is given the foul on that? So it's going to be given on Ariana Bell. Going to be her first foul of the night. So Javicki going to go to the line tonight. 4 points thus far in tonight's game. She'll make her first. So the second shot from Javicki will fall. So we're going to get a timeout here by Greensburg Salem. 6:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Your score, 30-24. Cavaliers with the 6-point lead.
All right, and so we are back out of the timeout. The music is really loud. Moving on from that. 30-24. Kiski up by 6. 6:30 to play.
Why are they looking up this?
I'm telling you, they think we're running the music. Wait, who's looking up at us?
The coach. But either way, DeVito right down the floor. Nice dish off to Bell and 1. Javicki came just coming in like a wrecking ball.
A little uncontrolled there.
Yes, for sure. As it looks like Steele was in. Beckerleg came in for Steele, but Bell, 3-point play there for Alasia Bell. Huge for Kiski. So now Heasley brought the ball down for Greensburg Salem. She's gonna just kind of hold it there, look for a pass. She's gonna get it to Dinkle. As Dinkle back to Heasley. Heasley some bag work at the Woodpeel 7 logo there on the veto. Deep three from Heasley, and that is going to just fall short. I thought that was gonna fall in.
I mean, honestly,
But that's gonna hit, they're gonna say it hit off at the veto. So Greensburg Salem possession still.
I feel like with any shot Heasley takes, you just never know. If it's
Yeah,
gonna be or not.
it's either going to drain or it's going to be terribly missed. As Alicia Bell going to try to save it there. So I'm under the impression that the Greensburg Salem coaches think that we're running the music for the contest. So
I'm just going to put it out there. If I was running the music, I'd play a little bit different than what they're playing right now.
Yeah, they got a lot of Shakira and Britney Spears playing,
Yeah.
but back to the action. So Strelick's going to hold it there at the Cavalier logo as they are currently up 9, 5:37 left to play here in the fourth quarter. She's just holding it as Dinkle now pressing up on her. She's going to get it to Bell. Bell going to get it down low to her sister, back out to her sister again. Jada Balanchek for 3 off the backboard, rebounded by Javicki. Now Greensburg Salem has to push if they want anything to happen. Javicki trying to take it herself, down low to Beckerleg. Whoa! They're getting feisty down there.
Maybe excessively swinging the elbows there.
As Beckerleg got involved there, Ariana Bell with a nice little push there at the end. I like it.
We're encouraging fights here. We're encouraging.
What a boring game thus far. We need something to perk up the spirits. As now they're going to try to double Strelick because they know that she's just trying to hold out the game. They get it to DeVito. DeVito looking to drive to Balanchek. Back out to Strelick. Down low to Bell. Back over to Balanchek to DeVito. Now Bell over to her sister Oriana. She's going to get it to DeVito. Wide open down low to Strelick. Baseline jumper will fall. So we'll extend the Cavalier lead to 11 now. 4:30 left to play as Heasley going to bring the ball back down for the Lions.
It's also Strelick's first basket of the evening at
Well, to see this
4:23.
Javicki, an interesting shot there. Missed, rebounded by Strelick. Gets it to the point forward, Gianna DeVito, who's going to give a long pass out to Balanchek because it's going to be received by Balanchek pretty well, I'd say. She's going to try to give it to DeVito on the backdoor cut. Javicki saw it coming, going to knock it out. Stays Cavalier possession. So the inbound, DeVito to Balanchek. Balanchek going to put it up and in, and it looks like we have Coach Klimchak going to call a timeout here for Greensburg Salem as the Cavalier lead extends to 13. So with 4 minutes flat left here in the fourth quarter, your score, 37-24, Cavaliers lead.
All right, and so we are back out of the timeout. 37-24 is your score. Greensburg Salem will have possession.
So we're going to start some playback off as Dinkle's going to drop it off to Javicki, guarded by DeVito. DeVito almost got the pickpocket in the steal there as they're going to get it back out to Maya Heasley. Pickpocket by DeVito. DeVito's going to keep it in bounds. That's going to be a steal. Heasley with the flop. And then DeVito kind of just throws it away. Dinkle to Heasley. Heasley step back 3 off the back iron, and she'll get it again. Gets it back over to Dinkle, down low to Javicki. Javicki looking to go to work. Back out to Heasley for 3 once again. That's going to hit off the front iron, off of Beckerleg's hand. And now Elijah Bell out in open space, puts it up. No good. Rebound by DeVito. Miss. Rebound by Pencak. That will fall. So Pencak increases her total to 23 on the night as the Cavaliers extend their lead. As now Heasley bringing it back down for Greensburg Salem. As now Dinkle down low to Javicki, and they're going to call a block there. Interesting call there. I was thinking more of a travel. So he's going to get a block there on Elijah Bell.
Should you finish that?
So Strelick, the ball is now, Heasley's down on the floor. Slow to get up. She hit her high off the floor there pretty hard. I wasn't even paying attention to the action down here. Pencak puts that one up, and that will be a foul. So Heasley hit the floor there hard. I was
ready for the stop.
I was getting ready for the stop, but I guess it was down on the other end of the floor, not really affecting play, as now Pencak will go to the line for 2 here, looking to get to 25. As that first one will roll in, as now we have Steele entering for Greensburg Salem. Heasley gonna exit. Heasley's definitely hit her nose or something. And Pencak will get the second as well. Will increase the total to 25 on the night, as Pencak having a great game once again.
Better than a great game.
This is, yeah, one shining spark in a game full of dullness.
Yes.
As Javicki gonna drive in. She will be fouled. As Redinger gonna re-enter for Greensburg Salem. Grace will exit. So we have Javicki inbounding the ball there for Greensburg Salem. She's gonna chuck it out to Beckerleg. She will be able to get it. Now Javicki, little pull up J, no good. Now Pencak with the ball, trying to get it around. Gonna say Kiski possession as the jump ball is called. Oh, no, we have a foul. That's gonna be another foul on Beckerleg. So now Beckerleg's trying to, it looks like she's been trying to start stuff this entire game with Pencak, as she's just continuously getting up in her face. Definitely not happy with her performance tonight. She only has 4 currently. As now DeVito with the ball after Strelick brought it up. Strelick to Pencak, back to Strelick, as they're probably just gonna try to get this game done and over with.
I mean, that's
you wanna leave a game like this healthy. As Pencak, another 3, no good. Again, rebound by Pencak, and she will be fouled and will go to the line.
And so we'll just slow the game down even more.
Yeah.
Foul shots, I imagine.
This has been a, never want to call a game boring, but just a very uneventful game this entire second half.
Yeah, it is going to delay the start of the boys' game by
a couple minutes?
I'd say about 20 minutes. I mean, you think this game will end around 7. Add 20 minutes to that.
Yeah, there's a minute 34 left.
Between our...
As Pencak misses the second, DeVito puts it back up and in. So that makes this a 20-point lead now for Kiski Area. 44-24 your score here, about a minute 20 left to play. Greensburg Salem starting to empty out their bench along with Kiski, not really emptying out their bench, as we now have senior Lila Klauser in. I see we have Maddie Henry, the sophomore, in. As I believe that was blocked by Pencak. As now Steele going to get it over to Redinger. Back to Steele. Going to get it back to Javicki. Tried to look down low to Henry. As now Javicki for threes. That's just going to rim out.
Yeah, I mean.
As Elijah Bell will catch the rebound to DeVito. To Klauser. Klauser with a shot for two. And no good. Rebounded by Bell. Up and over. Rebounded by Henry, who will get into the hands of Dinkle. Dinkle pushing the floor here with about 36 seconds left. To Javicki. Javicki looking for that three desperately. Back to Dinkle. Back to Steele. To Redinger. Down low. Javicki goes up. Will miss once again. As now DeVito has the ball. She is going to look to go to the rack herself as she just pushed off on Steele. Steele putting the body on the line there. So more bench going to come in. Looks like Kaylee Peace going to enter the game.
DeVito exits for Kiski with 3 fouls in the night, so she didn't really foul since those 2 early ones.
Early, yeah, but she has 6 tonight. Really not the performance that DeVito wanted, but the Cavaliers will exit with the win either way. So as with time winding down, they're going to give it to Steele, the last second shot, up and over the backboard. So that will conclude your first game of the night of this Cavalier doubleheader. Your final score, 44-24. The Lady Cavs come out with a 20-point victory. Much needed victory for the Cavaliers too after that hard loss at Indiana on Monday. So Nate, what do you have to say about that one?
Not an impressive win, in my opinion. I think Pencak played a very good game, but I think if you're Kiski, you gotta work on the little stuff, making your foul shots, not traveling, not committing double dribbles, catching the ball, all that stuff. But I mean, come away with a win. A win is a win, but I think there's work to be done.
Definitely. So with that, PSN player of the game for the first one, who are we going to give it to?
I give it to Pencak for obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons. She had 26. I'm going to say at least double-digit rebounds.
Yeah.
For sure. So with that, I'm pretty sure we have an interview scheduled with Rush, and I'm pretty sure he's coming up here, so we'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, and so due to the change in clock, we are going to end tonight's broadcast. Your final score, I don't know.
44-24.
Yeah, 44-24.
Your Lady Cavs going to pull out the 20-point victory. On to the Hampton
the
Stream
boys
next.
If we are to get an interview with Coach Brush, it'll be on the Instagram later tonight. Do check it out there. My name is Nathan Pencak.
I'm Cohen Fritsch.
And we will catch you in about 10 minutes.